How's it going? Getting a little windy to spray. So my little tangent today is about, you can call it being contradictory or a hypocrite, but as I've spoken before, we're not a true no-till farm. Just work on the family farm, and you know, when I first came to the farm, it was all about top yields and about, you know, I started selling broadback seed in 13 or 14. I started putting these high yield plots out, and I really think you know, you get a purist mentality. You know, I think there's a lot of value of what I learned from trying to push yields in the plot. You know, it took me a while to get to 100 on beans, and we got to 107, and you know, the relay 108, but I don't think I would have been there if I wasn't pushing with a monocrop and kind of a better understanding of what, you know, the limiting factors are. So big reason last year we did the spectrum analysis. So we took 17 bean varieties from a 2.8 to a 4.8 and put them in the relay, and all the 4s went over 100. We had 108 in the 4.5s, 107 4.6, 106 4.8, 103 4.2. So these 42 A52s were 103 last year. But these were really big beans. I didn't want to push it 4.5, 4.8, risk getting cold, not get them in there. So why I want a big bean relay is it makes the most of these gaps. Planting them early gets them to flower a little bit early. We get a little bit from the competition. But I honestly feel like if you had a gun to my head at the police station with stuff like locked on me, I would rather be in this position right where we are right here than having a full canopy, having a 4.2 bean. Because we ran these against monocrops last year, and you got into the full season and the relay just kicked the shit out of the mono. And what happens is these beans are wired for further south, and they just get so damn vegetative that they just lose all the production down low. You look in here, what's really cool, you know, I dung up the inrows a little bit, and you're starting to see all these leaves and branches come out. And this bean's starting to morph what I talk about. But look at all these pods and nodes and all this stuff. I've counted several this morning, and we're on our 14th now. I think it's not going to be a problem to get in the 21, 22. But what I'm articulating is I can push this bean knowing that I've changed its motive. The best you know, the way they explain it here, we got 2 pulling tractors in time and space. So I can push density on wheat. I can give a corn plant a ton of fertility at low pops. It's only going to grow 6 or 7 feet tall. The wheat's going to get a little bit shorter. So I can get a bean in a monocrop plot that'll get 4 foot and lodge and fall down and be just dog shit. But if I put it in this context and I've got mineralized hog manure coming in, normally it would fall and lodge and I'd be stuck in 65, 70 bushel beans. It'd be a pain in the ass to combine. But I actually get to this spot right here, and you look down this gully right here, and all these leaves are just zip, 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 bringing this energy back. And you can see these are new leaves right here. And these little branches that were created because we compromised at the beginning and the wheat didn't feel, or the beans didn't feel the competition, so they made these little branches down low. Once the branches know that they're getting leaves and these leaves start growing, we just bring this energy back and we can get big beans. And here, the reason why we get bigger beans earlier is this solar panel will be viable instead of being 2 or 3 weeks and then being in the shade, and then photosynthesis doesn't translocate down to that and it just kind of starts just not really producing. This whole plant, these whole plants produce, and we can push it even more. You know, I could call Kip Kohlers out here, and we could put all the potions on here, and I could push these beans and they're not going to fall down on me just because we've changed their growth habit. So anyway, I'm dealed down, but these beans have probably grown about 8 inches since harvest. They're going to continue to get pretty big, and I think we're going to have 22, 24 nodes. And you know, I don't know what the field will average, but I think in this good black ground, I think we're going to have a lot of 100 bushel beans out here. And I'm telling you, I don't think any of our monocrop beans are going to average over 45 planted in June. So if that doesn't speak something to you, it's not just, hey, you planted it earlier. It's the wheat. It does jobs. We can plant it early. We can protect it from frost. It keeps the water in more equilibrium, keeps your equilibrium